I'm here at Expo West Ingredient 2017. I'm Oskar with PureNSM. We use a lot of the raw materials from Sabinsa, and one of them is curcumin. And I want to know exactly how you make your curcumin. And I got here Shaheen?
Correct, yes.
Okay, I got it.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So how do you make your curcumin? What kind of extraction methods do you use?
Right, so there are several different ways depending on the customer's use. The most common form you'll find is an alcohol extraction.
Right.
But prior to that, we decide whether it's going to be in a vessel type or a continuous type of extraction. Now both of those do require alcohol.
Right.
The vessel type, your input and output would be about 1 to 2 tons per day.
Okay.
Whereas continuous extraction would be about 20 to 25 tons per day.
And is this the type of extraction you use in your C3?
This is very proprietary to our C3 complex.
Okay.
Correct. And the other way of extracting is through supercritical fluid extraction, which doesn't use alcohol.
So you mentioned 3 different types of extraction methods, and that's why you're calling your ingredient the curcumin C3?
No.
That's a misunderstanding. Okay.
Well, since you asked about the extraction process, there are different ways to extract it. The C3 name comes from the curcuminoids that are formed when we extract, whichever method.
And so which extraction method do you use with the C3?
So, like I said, that can vary depending on what the customer is looking for. You can get C3 from alcohol extraction, you can get C3 from supercritical
So when we are ordering the C3 from you, then we should tell you what we're going to use it for, and that would depend on...
You would probably typically use it for as a capsule or a tablet delivery, so you fall almost always in the alcohol extract.
Alcohol extraction, okay. So, but if we would be using it for food, or some other...
You're still fine with the alcohol extract.
Okay.
The reason why people go into a supercritical may depend on their formula not involving any alcohol. Maybe they want to give an alcohol-free product to the marketplace, and there are a few companies that do that in this industry.
But there is no alcohol left in the product when you get it, because it's a powder.
The residual would be very less. Correct.
Yeah, very little. But there would be still some minuscule
ppm, ppb levels.
Okay.
But then it depends on your marketing.
So if you're a very sensitive product, you would like a supercritical extracted C3.
It's going to be at a certain price point as well.
Right.
So
higher price.
Take that into consideration,
Okay.
because
you've
got to have that consumer set ready to pay that price.
Right. And then the third is, so we went through the alcohol extraction and the supercritical.
So when you have alcohol extraction, you can take alcohol extraction into a vessel type or a continuous type. These are just equipments that we use, just to show the greater degree of quantity.
Okay.
Vessels are much less. Continuous extraction will be much more output.
Right.
But they both use alcohol. And then of course you have the supercritical.
Okay, so there's basically 2.
There's basically
and then
2.
You have with the alcohol one, you have 2 different mechanical ways.
That's right. That's correct. You
but
got it
when
now.
you buy the C3, it's usually alcohol extraction.
It's alcohol.
And the alcohol is not isopropyl alcohol. It's food grade. Grain alcohol?
Food grade, yeah, it's going to be food grade. There are different alcohols we use depending on the region because of the regulatory.
Okay.
Ethyl acetate or ethanol. No one likes methanol, so we can't use that in parts of the world. Some people don't like IPA. So there's different alcohols.
But where you have your factory in India, so do you use different types of alcohol?
We would have to use different types because the Japanese have a requirement, the Australians have a different requirement, the US has a different requirement.
Which one do you use for US?
Ethyl alcohol is pretty much the most common
alcohol.
one.
So that's grain alcohol, right? Pretty much. You can drink it.
Well, we wouldn't say that.
No, if you mix it, you can maybe make a turmeric cocktail.
Yes.
Yeah, you could.
Yes.
Okay, so it's food grade.
It's pretty much food grade, yeah.
All right.
That is correct.
So no chemicals or industrial...
Nothing you would have to worry about after the fact. Once we're done with the process, it's good enough for a food supplement.
Right. Okay.
And in fact, our curcumin is grass. We have a no comment letter from FDA to use it as a food.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.